Excalibur from Fortnite has made his way to Warframe. Excalibur from Warframe has made his way to Fortnite. I mean, it was only a matter of time. Fortnite is a sort of metaverse that couples so many different franchises, bringing them together for whatever the hell you want. That and Digital Extremes' history with Epic Games themselves goes back decades with stuff like Unreal Tournament. Hell, they even added the Unreal Tournament weapon skins back in 2020. Flat Cannon, my beloved. But given the recent drama around Epic CEO Tim Sweeney, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in DE's offices.
Look, man, he helped me through a very tough time, so he means a lot to me, okay? You just gotta—
I love child porn.
Fortnite wouldn't even be the first Battle Royale crossover game. In March 2022, Warframe collaborated with PlayerUnknown's Battleground Mobile, and unless you are Russian or Chinese, I doubt you knew or even gave a shit, which probably would explain why it was Umbra and Wukong. Regor was there too, I guess.
I'm very excited now.
Ryu from Street Fighter has been in every goddamned piece of media under the sun, to the point where we have the Ryu number, a theoretical scale to measure the degrees of separation between Ryu and another franchise. Being in Fortnite may have elevated this to new heights, but the launch point would be his inclusion to Super Smash Bros. By using that logic scale, we can now connect Warframe to damn near every single franchise. In February 2020, the Spirits in Black event kicked off in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, including our very own Lotus. This was only a couple years after the Warframe launch on Switch, so it made sense as a way to cross-promote the game, but more importantly, we can now tie Warframe to both Kirby and Skibbity Toilet. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he has created? But enough of looking at Warframe's fucked up past, let's look towards Warframe's fucked up future. Warframe is currently an amalgamation of Reb's current hyperfixations. For fuck's sake, they collaborated with Balatro. If this was 3 years ago, I would say Destiny 2 would be the most likely candidate for crossover slop. Exotics based off Warframe weapons and armors just make way too much sense. But it's hard to work with a corpse, so the next best thing would probably be Final Fantasy XIV. I have no hat to throw in this ring. I tried 14, but the game played like John MMO the game. But I can definitely see the armors and weapons inspired off of our frames being put into this stylistic hodgepodge of a game. It'd probably also be the only way that a Warframe player would ever get to experience a raid. Honestly, raids based around something like Eidolons or Orb Mothers could be interesting. Imagine this being the game where we finally get to encounter the third orb. Screw it, Monster Hunter. They've collaborated with weirder shit in the past. I'm old enough to remember Peace Walker collaborating with Monster Hunter, where you could play as boss fighting Gear Rex sans the metal. This is canon and very important to the Metal Gear lore. Almost as important as Vamp being a bisexual.
So that's why they call him Vamp. No, Vamp isn't for vampire, it's because he's bisexual.
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
We have enough fleshy abominations like Lephantis and the Golem that would fit right at home in a hunt. Or if you want to go completely balls to the wall, you can throw in Jackal or Raptor. Warframe could get new skins based off crafted weapons. Imagine Nurgle's Gru for the hammer or Rathalos' Fire Sword for heavy blades. Helldivers 2 would also be a no-brainer if you didn't have a bitch in your ear screaming at satire every 30 seconds. Outside of the obvious choices of armors, capes, and weapons, we could replace bugs with invested units like Chargers, Saxums, and Juggernauts. The bots could be Moas, Burses, Hyenas, and Jackals. They can even make new utility stratagems based around landing craft charges. Tie it together with an interesting war bond and you have the potential for a great update. Given you don't have any issues giving Sony money, which— let's be honest, you really should. I fucking love Nikke. Goddess of Victory Nikke on the surface is Goonslop. Beneath the surface, some of the best character writing, some of the best social commentary on body autonomy and human rights, some of the best music, all while throwing that ass in a circle, square, triangle, and cross. There is a surprising overlap with the game's story and some of Warframe's themes, including biomechanical women. So picking two female frames like Wisp and Saren to throw it back and blast some raptures complete with a story would make my life just the tiniest bit less miserable. The game also prides itself on its gun porn. Give me Laplace's gun as a beam weapon skin, and my life is yours. I'm putting this over Limbus Company because Limbus Company fans are the Rick and Morty fans of gacha, and you people do not deserve nice things. Here is your yearly reminder that Dark Sector is not canon and never will be. Rotating, what the fuck? Yeah, in 2026, a lot of people still bring up Dark Sector, and I'm assuming that they mean bringing more of Dark Sector's content into Warframe. At this point, I don't really know what else they could bring in. We have Excalibur and Nyx Proto skins, the Glaive, Chroma. We could get Mesner and Nadia outfits for the Drifter. I just don't see really what else they could do at this point. It feels like everyone and their grandmother has had some sort of crossover with Cyberpunk 2077, mainly edge runners. Warframe has gotten plenty of inspiration from anime. I mean, this is actual concept art for the second dream. Alternatively, it could be Evangelion. Everything returns to Evangelion. It seems like there are only two options these days, CP Edger's son or Ava daughter. Which way, Western man? If Fortnite is the Fortnite of gaming, that makes Magic the Gathering the Fortnite of expensive cardboard. I feel like the actual Magic the Gathering world has sort of taken a backseat to collaborations these days. Avatar, Final Fantasy, Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, SpongeBob, and fucking Stardew Valley? If Jerry the Mollusk can be printed on cardstock, then so can Excalibur. It's only a matter of time. Come back to this video in like 5 years and leave a comment. Like, trust me, this is going to happen. Let's head on over to Twitter to see some of the suggestions from my community for some crossovers. Risk of Rain 2. Could be neat to have a whole character based off of one of the Warframes, or maybe some drops based off of gear. Leisure Suit Larry. A bit crude, but sure. Anthem? Yeah, why not? Reb comes down from the heavens, reaching out for Guardians and the Javelins to save them from their dog shit publishers. Why not? Transformers. Why didn't I think of that? Skins based off of the Autobots and Decepticons seem like a no-brainer. Very good choice. Battle Cats? Battle Cats? Who the fuck is playing Battle Cats? It's 2025 plus 1, and we still have Battle Cat shooters. What do you mean it's in the top 20 in revenue? It's Battle Cat! The Witcher? I mean, kind of a total whiplash, but the game is 13 years old and getting a DLC this year, so why the hell not? Someone suggested Battle Cats, all cards are on the table. Palworld has kind of taken over the internet the past month, and you know what? I'm all for it. It already meshed pretty well with franchises like Terraria and Ultra Kill. Pals based off animals like Kubrow's and Kavats could be interesting. Maybe some proto-armors. I'd say that there's some potential there. Zenless Zone Zero, kill yourself.
Ooh, Sab is being toxic again. Ooh, I'm gonna make a Reddit thread about him. Ooh.
Deadlock is indeed an option. Valve is known to be pretty lax about working with other developers. Reb is also elbow deep as the world's most stable Sinclair main.
Lock the fuck in.
Maybe not a full-fledged character being added, but maybe something along the lines of a Lotus voice pack for the announcers. Those are just some suggestions about potential collaborations that Warframe could have in the future. What would you like to see collab with the Funny Space Ninja game? And how do you think that they could incorporate both of their worlds in each other's games?
Comment down below, gamers, and like and subscribe and fuel the algorithm and give me money, okay? Thanks.
I could never take Bitball seriously as a weapon type. I think it just looks too fucking goofy. Bro is ballin'.